Hey, what's up out there, family and friends? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you them hits, high intensity trainings. Yep, bringing you those hits. For a brief moment, I want to break bread just about the life. I've been watching the CNN news outlets. I've been looking at how many people are dying due to this COVID-19. I am looking at how many lives are being affected through this COVID-19. And I only have one question for all of us to answer. What is the purpose for our life? We're seeing, like I saw a story this morning on the news where one lady, both her parents passed away due to COVID-19. My prayers and my heart goes out to them. And they were not even able to mourn the death of their parents because, within the laws, they couldn't cross state laws and she's in a different state. And it made me just sit down and wonder, what is the purpose of life? And my question to us and my question to you is, what are we doing right now to make sure that we're fulfilling our purpose in life? I often hear and see too many people that are just floating through life with no real recourse. They're going through life, there's no focus, there's no attention to detail, there's no real vision, there's no real purpose, and they're just going day to day, and they are merely existing. And it scared some people so bad to know now that I'm grounded at home by myself and I have to spend time with me. Because many of us, we go through life and we hide so much and we put so many demons and so many different things we've done in the closet, and we don't have an opportunity to reflect until we're alone. And most of us never like being alone because it causes us to reflect on some of our behaviors from the past. I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. I'm going to break bread today because we have to get in the direction of a purpose-driven life. Is what drives your life? And this is not going to be one where you're going to want to run through a wall, but it's going to be one that calls you to reflect internally. What is driving your life? What is it out of this life that you want? What is your life's goal? What is your purpose and what is your vision? I'm not asking these questions to make you feel bad about yourself, or I'm not asking these questions to give you a feeling of condemnation. I'm asking these questions because we have to get moving in the direction of purpose. That there's something God created you to do that only your hands are supposed to unlock the key. Until we realize that I am valuable on this earth, we can never begin to move in the direction of which God has created us. Man, in this world, like one of the most beautiful stories I've heard during the whole COVID-19 break, hey, what's up, Tanya? Is that I heard that China is donating ventilators to New York. That's so beautiful because in this world, we are all connected. Man, I just broke bread. There's something that you're supposed to be doing that I can't complete my ultimate purpose unless you chip in with what you were supposed to be doing. I am the motivational teacher to the masses. And without me breaking this bread, there's somebody out here that will not be able to see as far as they were supposed to see. Why? We are all connected, no matter you're black, you're white, you're Puerto Rican, you're yellow, you're blue. It doesn't matter, man. We're all connected by one bloodline. I just broke bread. And until we all recognize and value each other as people, we will continue to destroy ourselves and we will continue to die as mere men when we were meant to come together. Don't you know that there's so much power in unity? Man, I just broke bread. There is so much power in unity, not only in unity, but in unity of people that are walking in a purpose. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Why did you wake up this morning? If you're on this side of the dirt, there's something that God wants you to complete, and your assignment is incomplete at this moment. Yeah, I'm going to break bread. The man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. The man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. There is no vision. Where there is no vision, the people will perish. Thank you, Tanya. Let's break bread. Without vision, the people will perish, and it's not God's will that any of us perish without having seen the fulfillment of our gifts. And I'm going to break bread before this video is over because I know the eyes looking at me. I know the people out here that there's something special on the inside of you. But we can no longer just float around earth with no full direction, without knowing that there's somewhere I have to be. I have a destination and I have a time frame to get there. We can know COVID-19 has shown us that we can no longer live life with no prerequisite. We can no longer live life with just going through day by day, because when something like COVID-19 comes, it shocks the world. And if you're a person that have not been envisioned, that has not been on purpose, that you're living for the moment, then those people right now are all disoriented because their whole life has been shaken. If you're a materialistic person and you bought clothes and your only purpose in life was to be dressed the flyers and to look the flyers, and you got the new cuts and you got the new hairdos, then all of that is null and void right now because everything is shut down. Who can see those clothes? Where can you drive that fancy car? You know, right now, people that are living and their purpose is materialism, right now they are disoriented and they've been grounded. Why? Because their whole life has been changed, because the things that I thought I deemed most valuable now have no valuable during the midst of COVID-19. I just broke bread. Thank you, Christian. I just broke bread. And if we don't start moving and consult our creator, I just bought a brand new basketball goal outside. I bought a Spalding basketball goal. I bought the basketball goal from Dick's. I knew we were going to have this period. I had the guy come put it up, but there was a problem with the basketball goal. The basketball goal would not roll all the way up to 10 feet. It will only go to 9.4. If most of you all know, a basketball goal is supposed to go 10 feet. So it was a defection in the basketball goal. So it only goes 9.4. So I went back to Dick's and I already had the basketball goal up in my yard. I paid a guy to put it up and it took him a long time. So we couldn't take it back down to take it back to Dick's. So Dick's had me reach out to Spalding, who owns the warranty of the basketball goal. So I contacted Spalding and I told them the purpose of which the goal was created, the basketball goal was created, is not functioning properly. I can't have my boys shooting a 9.4 when it's supposed to be 10 feet. And Dick's would not honor it, but Spalding did, because they had the manufacturing reward there. And so what Spalding did was they say, Anthony, I realize that the basketball goal doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So let me figure out what piece it was. And I told them what piece I thought it was. So Spalding is sending me the piece that's supposed to, I can replace the one piece. It should go from 9.4 to 10 feet. Now, what's the purpose of that story? Man, it's a lot of symbolism in it into how we are created. God created us in his image and in his likeness. He created us in which perfectly we're marvelously made, and we're made perfectly. But somewhere in life, we discovered a defect where somebody told us I was too short, or I was too black, or I was too white, or I'm not smart enough, or you could never make it. And we found a defect somewhere inside of this product. Ladies and gentlemen, God is the guarantor. God holds the warranty. And if we ever want to get back to that perfect place, we got to consult the person with the warranty. Sometimes I can't necessarily consult my mom or my dad. Like I went back to Dick's and they wouldn't honor it. I had to go back to Spalding to have it honored. So sometimes we got to bypass going by Dick's, which is our mom, our dad, our grandparents who raised us, and we got to go directly to the manufacturer. When God created you, he created you with perfect purpose in your life. And most of us sometimes we've allowed Dick's to dictate our performance and our purpose upon this earth. It's time for us to return back to the guarantee. It's time for us, when God created, he foreknew us already in our parents' womb. We got to return back to him to extend or to find out why we are here. We can no longer live life with on. It's time to put the pedal to the metal. But in order to do that, number one, we have to have the right priorities. If materialism is why you're living, or is why you're merely existing, or hatred is merely why you're existing, or fascism is why you're merely existing, then we're missing the mark. We're missing the mark. We're a ship without a rudder, and we would end up nowhere. We would end up nowhere. If there's a defect right now, if you're going to a job right now that you know you hate, If you're insecure based on what somebody said about you 10 years ago, you have a defect. And the only way to get that defect fixed or to grab a new part is to go back to the guarantor. I had to go back to Spalding. And for most of us, we need to return back to our creator, the one who created us perfect in his image and in his likeness. And we got to open up the lines of communication and find out, why am I here? Like COVID-19 has taught me one thing. It has taught me one thing, that every day is a gift. That's why we call it the present. The present. Every day is a gift. And that gift is meant to be spent or to be invested in your purpose. And for most of you, if you don't know your purpose, think about it, man. Go back to your guarantor. He is rooted in your success. He wants nothing more but for you to walk your vision out. And inside of that purpose, inside of that gift that he's giving you, is your wealthy place. Make about it, ladies and gentlemen. Your gift is in your wealthy place. Your gift is where you were meant to be. But until we can manifest that place where it all works, we will always live in a place where it seems like we're struggling to pay Rob and Peter to pay Paul, while I don't have enough time and I'm always discontent and my body is diseased. There's a place, I'm gonna break bread right now. There's a place where you can have a healthy relationship. You can have a great life. You can have more money at the end of the bank. You can have a healthy marriage. You can have great kids. There's a place. But that place is inside of your gifting and what God has called you to do. Today, we're talking about this purpose-driven life, a life that is worth living, a life that we're not only merely existing, but we are living to the best of our ability, man. And that's the life that God has prepared for you. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what's been in store for you. Yo, this is the motivational teacher to the masses coming to you live. Hey, if you're on here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Williams Inspires. If you're on Facebook, please go like my page at Wage and War 365, Williams Inspires, so you can get these live. And my motivational Monday tonight, join us back at 8:30, is going to be off the chains tonight, because we are going to break some fresh bread. Hey, I appreciate you all. I got some messages on the right side. I appreciate you all chiming into this conversation. Please join us tonight at 8:30, same back place, same back time, and we're going to break bread. Until next time, I challenge you to wage war on mediocrity. I'm out.